As parents settle back into making school lunches for the kids, don't forget to pack it with protein. Here with more is registered dietitian Carol Harrison. Good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Well, it's always a pleasure to be here.
We're talking protein today. What do we got?
Yes, we are. Well, you know, kids' nutrition is not doing so great. There's a lot of nutrient gaps, and I want to talk about how school lunches can help to fill up some of those gaps.
Okay.
And, yeah, I mean, we talk about protein. Of course, kids aren't getting enough vegetables and fruits, but you're right, Rick. They're not getting enough of these protein foods and the key nutrients that they provide for good health. So I'm talking about things like beef and fish and beans and nuts and lentils and dairy and cheese and yogurt and pork.
Right.
They provide vital nutrients important for good health for kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are we making today?
Okay, so we are going to make this recipe. It's a beef and bean slider packed with protein, and protein is not just important for muscles, but it's also important for brain health and bone health and immune health. And when kids get enough protein, they feel fuller longer. That helps them to stay focused in school. So
100%.
the beef and bean slider recipe is in this resource. Let's pack it with protein. Folks can get it at thinkbeef.ca.
Okay.
Hey, let's just get into it.
Let's get into it.
Few simple ingredients. How easy is that? And just basically 3 steps. Yeah, get going. Crack that
little
egg in there. So you got a combination of plant and animal proteins. Really interesting, Rick. The University of Toronto has found that there's a bit of a sweet spot between animal, you can go ahead and beat that up, animal and plant protein, where it makes it easier for us to meet our overall nutrient needs and our protein needs.
Right.
Right. So when you have about 3/4 of our protein coming from animal protein and 1/4 from plant protein, it makes it easier to get enough protein as well as vitamins and minerals, helping to fill those nutrient gaps that we're seeing in kids, like vitamin B12, zinc, and iron.
Yeah. So that's the sweet spot. Okay.
That is a sweet spot. And so we're combining plant and animal proteins in this beef and bean slider. Okay.
Nice.
So you've done that there.
Yep.
There's 3 easy steps. So you've got a head start there. But the first step is to just combine and cook down your onions, your beans, and your seasonings. So easy. So the beans are providing fiber.
Yep.
And I'll get you to put those in there because that's the next step.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. A whole can of beans.
Boom.
That's right. And 1 onion. They're providing fiber. Most kids aren't getting enough fiber. A great benefit of adding plant protein.
Okay.
And I'm also going to get you to combine the beef in there as well. The beef is providing a complete protein plus vitamin B12, zinc, and iron, nutrients that many kids are not getting enough of.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so I would just mix that up. If you wanted to use a fork at home, the key is not to over mix it, so you don't have to overthink it or over mix it.
Yeah, I would use my hands, but you know.
Yes, well, you know what, that would be totally fine. You could wash your hands. You know what, I'll be honest, sometimes I do that as well.
Okay, so now we've made them into the little patties.
Yes, so patties, 12 minutes, and what you could do as well is you could make them into meatballs. You could double this recipe and you can freeze it as well.
Nice.
So the great thing is, you can use it in many ways. So I'm going to suggest people double the batch, freeze it for about 3 months. I'm going to get you to help me put it in the different lunches here. So of course you can put on a bun, send it as a slider. Kids love that. But let's also look at 4 other ways you can use this one recipe. If you want to put one of the patties in this lunch here, so that is sort of a snacky style lunch. Great, versatile for kids.
Amazing.
You know, add what they like. Another great handheld lunch here. So a pita pocket. So if you want to squeeze one in there, I've got some. You could put romaine lettuce, any kind of greens that your kids like.
Boom.
That's great. Boom. That's done. Some tzatziki, so delicious. More adult taste. Honestly, my teen girls love things like this. Nourish bowls. So I would, for a teen, I would probably put a couple patties in there. Make it more substantial. Boom. Packed with iron. And there's about 1 in 3 teen girls that are deficient in iron. That's a lot.
Wow.
And so this is a fantastic lunch for teen girls because beef is packed with iron. It's a top source of well-absorbed iron. All right, Rick, Kent and I are going to need hot lunches pretty soon, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you can break up one of the sliders, and let's be honest, when you're making these, some of them might actually just break up anyway when you flip them. So we could add that to pasta. There's cheesy tortellini here, just delicious. So 1 recipe, 5 ways, packed with protein, combining the benefits of animal and plant-based protein, and really trying to meet the shortfalls that we're seeing in children's diets, like B12, iron, and zinc, and fiber, and more.
You've really hit the sweet spot according to that study, and it's so colorful. And we, as you said off air, we eat with our eyes, right?
That's right.
If it looks appealing, we're going to dive into it.
And so it's like I said at the beginning, it's not just the vegetables and fruits that adds color that children are short in. It's the protein food. So we want to remember to pack our lunches with a good quality protein, and this is a great recipe. How easy would it be to have these in the freezer ready to go, and then just mix and match with different foods that your child likes to eat?
We got 30 seconds. This is such a versatile meal because we've packed it with so many different options as well. And we could substitute the beef maybe with pork or with something else?
If you wanted to, but I'm going to say that beef, many kids are short on iron, and beef is, when it comes to animal proteins, beef is one of the top sources of well-absorbed iron. So you're getting a lot less iron in pork, and you're getting a lot less iron in chicken. But could you do it? You could, but if we're trying to add more iron to children's diets, I go with the beef.
Great recipe. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Okay.
More Morning Live coming up after the break.